Guess what time it is? That's right, time to talk about football. Yeah, boy. Now, fantasy. We got that coming up. And while we get some of the greats retiring or not being as great as they used to be, we have to ask, who last year probably should have had a better season? That will actually have a great season this year. Like, with, say, wide receivers. Emmanuel Sanders. When he has a quarterback throwing the ball, he does very, very well. Last year, it was a shit show at quarterback, so he did nothing. He was just garbage. Well, guess what? Case Keenum's there to throw the ball now. If Case Keenum's there to throw the ball, he's there to catch. So expect Emmanuel Sanders to have a bounce back. Just like with Pierre Garçon. Pierre Garçon, last year, until Jimmy G showed up, there was no quarterback. So guess what? Who are you going to catch the ball from if there's no one there to throw it? I don't know, you can say this, I guess, well, I mean, some people are talking about Devontae Parker from Miami. And it's like, oh, but Ryan Tannehill's not that great. And they lost Jarvis Landry. So he doesn't have that guy to take, an extra coverage guy from him. It's like, when Golden Tate had Calvin Johnson, it's like, well, there's three guys in Calvin Johnson. I'm single coverage. Of course I'm going to be open. Of course I'm going to catch the ball. Devontae Parker doesn't have that because Jarvis Landry's gone. And I expect Jarvis Landry to have it bounce back. Tyrod Taylor is a way better quarterback than what he had from last year. So expect Jarvis Landry to have a better year this year than he did last year. At the least. Now, with running backs, got to talk about Dalvin Cook. He was doing very, very well. Then he got hurt. With Kirk Cousins, the offense is going to maybe lean more on the pass. That just means the defense can't be putting 8 guys in the box. So that means there's going to be more opportunities to run the ball. Or, of course, Kirk Cousins liking to throw the ball, Dalvin Cook can catch. So, I mean, if he's not running with the ball, he could always be catching it out of the backfield or near the line and all that, like a tight end. Which, you got Stephon Diggs running down the line, got 2 guys on him. Well, that side's empty. Oh, there goes Dalvin Cook. Throw it, 3 yards, and he takes off for another 8 or 9. Definitely a player to look at. He's going to have a lot of touches. So, obviously, when you're looking at fantasy, that's the kind of guy you want to pick up. A guy like Dalvin Cook is going to have a lot of touches, whether on the ground or in the air. Same thing with, Le'Veon Bell, but Le'Veon Bell didn't have a down year last year. He actually had the most offensive touches. So you have the first pick in the first round, grab him. Get Le'Veon Bell. Anyways, but we're talking about bounce back. Jameis Winston got hurt last year. Before he was hurt, he was doing alright. But then he got hurt. Now, will he be hurt again this year? Obviously, any player can be hurt at any time. But I don't think that'll happen. They're going to focus more on the run game and on the offensive line, going by the draft, free agency, and all the stuff that they've been talking about from the coaches. So, hopefully they can keep Jameis Winston protected better so he doesn't get hurt. Same thing with... Oh, shit, I just forgot his name. The guy from Texans. Screw it, I can look it up real quick. Houston... I know, such a professional ran QB. Such a professional ran... Deshaun Watson, there we go. But yeah, Deshaun Watson, if he stays healthy, he could have easily won Rookie MVP last year. And he could have won Offensive Player last year if he had stayed healthy. But with a knee injury like that, you never know how they're going to come back. But hopefully he comes back just as good as ever, if not better, and is able to take the Texans to the playoffs. That'd be nice to see. They don't usually make it. And then there's another thing to watch out from the Texans, their defense. It's like, wow, we got a player. We don't need to worry about anything else in defense. Oh, he's older. He gets hurt all the time. Maybe we should actually add some more pieces to the defense, which they've finally done. So, if you're looking at defenses, don't sleep on the Texans. Yeah, J.J. Watt gets hurt a lot, but they've decided to, actually focus on something other than J.J. Watt for once. But yes, during the fantasy, Some people might go, oh, well, Dalvin Cook didn't have a good year. It's like, no, he had a great year when he was on the field. If he can stay healthy, he'll have an even better year. Same thing for, like, Devontae Parker. And I'm like, well, maybe Devontae Parker. But Emmanuel Sanders is going to have an amazing year. But a lot of people might pass on him because of what happened last year. This year, he has a quarterback who can throw the ball. So keep an eye on him. Maybe don't grab him in the second or third round, but he'd probably be able to grab him in the fourth round. Maybe in the fifth. Because other people are going to be sleeping on him because of his shitty year last year. Now realizing, new quarterback, new year. Now, players to avoid. Chiefs. They got rid of Alex Smith. Which means they got a sophomore who's thrown more interceptions in one practice than Alex Smith does in an entire year. Alright, that's a bit of exaggeration, but still. He's not as good as Alex Smith. Well, Alex Smith doesn't put up 4,000-yard seasons. He doesn't throw 50 touchdowns. Yeah, but he also only throws like 5 interceptions a year. You don't need to throw for 4,000 yards because you threw 2 pick sixes every game. And now you got to come back from that deficit. No. You only need to throw for 3,000 yards because you're in the lead. So, we got 2 touchdowns and a field goal lead. Just hand the ball off. And you can do that because your quarterback doesn't throw pick sixes all the time like other quarterbacks. But also, look at the Redskins. Look at their wide receivers. They're going to be catching some balls, people, to the face. And their hands because Alex Smith knows how to throw the ball. Their running back, though, you might want to shy away from. And, of course, avoid anything from the Cowboys. I'm sorry. That injury from Dak Prescott and then suspensions and loss of Dez Bryant. Like, well, Dez Bryant isn't that good. He doesn't need to be that good. He just needs to be out there to draw players away from the other teammates. When Dez Bryant has 2 people on him, well, that wide receiver has a single coverage. That tight end has a single coverage. That running back has an extra hole to run through because there's an extra defender on Dez Bryant. He's not there anymore. So now they don't have any one player to go, all right, we need to cover him. Forget everyone else. So, yeah, try to avoid anything from the cow. I mean, don't get that Ezekiel Elliott is still probably going to be a first-round pick, maybe early second-round pick. Other than that, I would avoid those guys. They just don't have that player. Like when Randy Moss played for the Patriots, yeah, his numbers were shitty. But everyone around him looked like a Hall of Famer because everyone around him caught 1,000 catches for 10,000 yards and 1,000,000 touchdowns because he was double covered, because he was triple covered, because there was 3 guys on the line for the running offense, which there was none, and then all the other 8 players were on top of Randy Moss to make sure he didn't catch the ball. Because when they didn't have that defense going, he caught the ball and scored a touchdown. When you have a player like that on your team, it boosts everyone else on the team. His numbers may not be the best, but that's because he's got all the defense on him. Well, guess what? The Cowboys don't have that anymore. So, yeah, except for maybe Ezekiel Elliott and maybe get Dak Prescott as a backup quarterback. Although you should not be drafting backup quarterbacks. They're going to be there for a game. As long as your starting quarterback doesn't get hurt. But if you're going to be like, all right, well, I just picked my quarterback in my 3rd round. I'm going to pick my backup quarterback in my 4th round pick. No, that's a stupid idea. Either A, save it for, pick a kicker and a defense before you pick a backup quarterback. Or don't even pick one at all. Just be like, all right, well, my quarterback has a bye week in week 9. Then wait for week 9. Like, all right, I'll just grab this guy. Just as long as he doesn't throw 3 interceptions and get sacked 5 times, he'll score me some positive points. Or my strategy I like to do is go, all right, these people all have a bye week in week 9. Draft them. Week 9, I'm going to lose. All right. But if I have the best players I can possibly pick, because a lot of people go, well, let's see, I would take that wide receiver, but he has the same bye week as that wide receiver. So I'm going to pick this lesser quality wide receiver instead of this greater wide receiver because he has a different bye week. Because I don't want to lose during that bye week. It's like, no. You pick them all during the exact same bye week. It's like, all right, I'll lose that bye week, but I got a wide receiver who scored an extra 6 points over that wide receiver. I got a running back who scored an extra 4 points over that running back. Yes, I lost that bye week, but I won every other game. Makes more sense than going, do I pick a running back who's going to score me an average of 12 points a game, but has the same bye week as the guy who's going to score me 13? Or do I pick the running back that's only going to score me 8 points a game average, but has a different bye week? Get the guy who scores more points, but has the same bye week. And then just go, screw that bye week, I'm going to lose. Anyways, what do you guys think? Do you think maybe a player from your team is being overshadowed by others, but is going to have a great year? Or do you think, Odell Beckham Jr. is never going to bounce back? Although it's Saquon Barkley there to add on to the run game, because when you have a good run game, you can have a better passing game. Because again, it's not just to be, 3 guys on the line, 8 guys in the backfield. It's going to be, either half and half, or maybe they'll put an extra guy or 2 in the box, try to stop Barkley from running up the score. And as always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have a wonderful day.